because this is really interesting for me, because that was like 15 years before.
Yeah, because we are running as a business since it's the 11th year, but a few years before I kind of started research and still working freelance. Yeah.
The reason it is interesting for me, because talking about the pour-over, it is pretty much fashionable, or let's say into the market these days, especially when we are talking about specialty coffee and everything. And I know when I started learning about pour-over, the first place I had to go was Kar.ma Coffee. And I would be very honest, the first time I knew about Kar.ma Coffee and specifically talking about the pour-over, this is the place where I can get the equipment. I came to your place and it was totally vibrant. Why? My next question is, why pour-over? Why didn't you choose the other equipments? Because I started my career before around, like, it's been almost 12 years now, and I know the coffee culture was not so hyped up at that point of time, and people didn't have that much knowledge on coffee. They didn't have the idea what actually coffee is all about.
Yeah.
Now that might be pretty much challenging for a lot of people who have had espresso machines and everything. But out of nowhere, talking about filter coffee, specifically talking about pour-over, that might be pretty much unique to the people.
Yeah. I wanted to be different. Well, at that time in Europe, the pour-over just started to become fashionable, the third wave. And I really loved the aesthetics of Hario equipment. Also, there was no electricity in Nepal.
That might be one of the main reasons.
Well, all the reasons came together. Because I was annoyed if I went to a place that had an espresso machine and pretty much more than half of the day they couldn't use it. I said, what's the point?
Yeah.
So if I offer coffee, I want to offer it 24 hours.
Makes sense.
So I thought, okay, how can I do it? I want to be different. I really love Hario equipment, and the pour-over, it's like an experience. I always wanted to offer an experience. I knew that much. I didn't know too much about the whole coffee industry, but I was pretty sure I want to stand out in the way I do things. And I did a course in Vienna, in the Vienna School of Coffee, and there I learned about the pour-over, and the teacher was really fascinating me, and she was so knowledgeable and she was so lively in the way she explained everything. And I was sure I want to do pour-over only. And also I had no money. I mean, an espresso machine is really expensive. Yeah. So I said, this is perfect. I can offer something really good, which doesn't cost so much. And the last reason was, all these coffee shops have long menus, a lot of syrups, a lot of fancy drinks. And I decided, no, I keep it really simple. If I go for Nepali coffee, the people should taste Nepali coffee. And also, hardly anyone knew Nepali coffee. Yeah. There were, I think, 2 coffee shops at that time. There was Himalayan Chava in Tamil, the first original, and there was the Japanese also in Tamil. Oh. At least these were
Takazi?
Yeah.
I forgot the name.
The 2 I knew. Yeah. Besides that, there was no competition. And
when it comes to filter coffee?
No, when it comes to coffee.
Okay.
Real coffee. There was, I mean, now you have a lot.
Yeah.
At that time, not. And I also thought, how do I get people here? We are hidden in a school where not much is happening, and people drink tea and have no money. So how can I start a cafe and make a business out of that? So I thought, well, I have to create awareness. I have to let them know that there is Nepali coffee and let them know how it actually tastes. And I thought the less I add, the more pure is the flavor. And that's why I decided, okay, pour-over, no other stuff, just plain. And we had the Kar.ma chicken.
Kar.ma chicken.
Which means I did not put a fixed price. People could pay as much as it was worth.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah.
The first time I've been to your place, I saw that one small, the notes over there.
Mhm.
Pay the amount that you think that we deserve, kind of that one, how do you
Yeah.
say it?
It was not charity. It
Uh-huh.
was like you pay as much as you think that cup is worth for
Worth
you.
it.